Okay, dear student, today lesson third, simple machine. In this chapter, we'll study many more things and we'll try to relate those definitions and whatever we study in this chapter, we try to relate those things with our daily life. Okay, and in this chapter, before we study simple machine, we just want to know what are the examples of simple machine. Then it will be easy for us to define what is simple machine. Okay, broom.
Yes.
Yeah, broom, that is one of the simple device. It helps to clean or sweep the floor. It makes works easier. And similarly, hammer.
Yes.
Yeah, hammer also, it is a simple machine. It is not a complex machine. It is simple machine, but it makes our works easier. For example, if you want to fix certain nail on the wall, then you can use this hammer and it will be easy for you to fix that nail on the wall or the plank. Right?
Yes.
Similarly, scissor. You know scissor? Yeah, scissor also a simple machine. It is a simple device, but you can use that scissor to cut hair or the paper or clothes. It makes works very easier. It makes works very fast. It makes works more convenient. Maybe you have seen axe. You know axe?
Yes.
That is also a simple device, or it is the simple machine which is used to chop the firewood. So if there is no axe, you can cut or you can chop the firewood, but it will be very difficult for you to chop. If there is axe, it will be very easy for you to chop the firewood. So these all are the devices which are simple in structure, but this device makes our works easier, faster and more convenient. So these simple devices are called what? Simple machine. Okay, dear student, now we'll define what is simple machines. The devices which are simple in structure and used in our daily life to make our work easier, faster and more convenient are called simple machine. Okay, I will define it again so that it will be easy for you to remember it. Okay, you have understood, I know that you have understood what is simple machine, but during your exam you have to write it also, so try to remember what I say. Okay, what is simple machine? The devices which are simple in structures and used in our daily life to make our work easier, faster and convenient. They are called simple machine. Okay, the devices which are simple in structure and used in our daily life to make our work easier, faster and convenient are called simple machine. For example, broom, hammer, scissor and axe. So these are the simple structure, but these devices makes our work easier, faster and convenient. So because of that they are called simple machine. Okay, the answer is same, but someone might ask you why broom is called simple machine. If that is the question, then you have to answer it like this way. Broom is called simple machine because it makes our work easier, faster and convenient. Same question. Why hammer is called simple machine? Hammer is called simple machine because it makes our work easier, faster and convenient. Similarly, there might be another question why scissor is called simple machine. Scissor is called simple machine because it makes our work easier, faster, and more convenient. So at last, why axe is called a simple machine? So axe is called simple machine because it makes our work easier, faster, and more convenient. All the answers are same in different question. So maybe you have understood what is simple machine. Okay, now it is the last time we'll revise what is simple machine. Okay, the devices which are simple in structures and used in our daily life to make our work easier, faster, and convenient. So those devices are called simple machine. For example, broom, hammer, scissors, axe, etc. Okay, dear student, that was all about the simple machine. Now we'll enter into the another topic, that is the uses of simple machine. Okay, what are the uses of simple machine? If that is the question, then you have to remember IMCT. Remember that IMCT. Remember that IMCT and try to relate it. Try to remember what is the meaning of IMCT. I means
Increase the speed of doing work.
yes, you are correct. I means increase the speed of doing work. M means magnify the applied effort. C means change the direction of force. And T means transfer force from one point to another point. Okay, so if someone asks you what are the uses of simple machine, then you have to remember IMCT at first. I means increase the speed of doing work. M means magnify the applied effort. C means change the direction of force. And T means transfer force from one point to another point. Okay, these are the uses of simple machine. What I said, maybe you have understood what I said. Uses of simple machine. If someone asks you what are the uses of simple machine, then at first you need to remember IMCT and try to relate it. I means increase the speed of doing work. M means magnify the applied effort. C means change the direction of force. And T means transfer force from one point to another point. Okay, now we will study what are the types of simple machine. There are different types of the simple machine. For example, one is lever, 2 wheel and axle, 3 pulley, 4 inclined plane, 5 screw, and 6 wedges or wedge. Okay, now we'll study one by one. First, lever. What is lever? Okay, now we'll define what is lever. Lever, it is a rigid, straight or bent bar which can rotate freely about the fixed point. It is a straight or the bent bar which can rotate freely about the fixed point is called lever. Okay, so a rigid, straight or bent bar which can rotate freely about the fixed point is called lever. And in that lever, the fixed point from where the lever rotates freely is called fulcrum also. Don't be confused on that. Okay, in lever there is a fixed point from which it rotates, and that fixed point is called fulcrum. But the whole structure, that straight or the bent bar, is lever. Okay, which we can use to lift the heavy load. Okay, that was all about the lever. And now we'll enter into the another topic, that is wheel and axle. Wheel and axle. Okay, it is a simple machine which consists of wheel and axle. Okay, a simple machine where wheel is attached to axle is called wheel and axle. For example, string roller. Maybe you have seen kite. When you are flying kite, you need one string roller. That string roller is the example of wheel and axle. And it consists of wheel and axle. It has two parts. One is wheel and another is axle. So another example is steering of vehicle. You have seen steering of vehicle which consists of two parts. One is wheel, another is axle. Okay, so that is also the example of wheel and axle, and that was all about the wheel and axle. Let me revise it once. A simple machine where wheel is attached with the axle is called wheel and axle, and the example of wheel and axles are string roller and the steering of vehicle. Now it is third type of the simple machine, that is pulley. Okay, pulley, a circular disc having a grooves on its circumference. It is the circular disc having a groove in its circumference is called pulley. Okay, a circular disc having a groove on its circumference is called pulley. Okay, and in this pulley, within that groove, that rope or the string rotates, and that groove is in the circumference of that pulley, and this pulley, it makes our works easier by changing the direction of force. So there are two different types of pulley. One is movable pulley, another is fixed pulley. Okay, there are two types of pulley. One is fixed pulley, another is movable pulley. Okay, fixed pulley means it is clear by the word. If the pulley does not change its location, then it is called fixed pulley. And movable pulley means if the pulley change its location or the position, then that is called movable pulley. Now, fourth types of the simple machine, that is inclined plane. Maybe you have seen ladder or the staircase or the winding road on the hill. So these are what slanted surface. These surface are making certain angle with the ground. So it is defined in this way: inclined plane, a slanted surface made by the plank of wood or metal sheet is called inclined plane. Okay, inclined plane means it is making certain angle with the plane surface. It is not horizontal, it is making certain angle with the plane surface. So that is called inclined plane. Inclined planes, if there is this term or the point, what is inclined plane, at first just remember the ladder or the staircase. That is slanted. It is not horizontal, it is slanted, making certain angle with the horizontal surface. That is called what? Inclined plane. These are the example of inclined plane. So when you are defining inclined plane, you will define it like this way: a slanted surface made by a plank of wood or metal sheet is called inclined plane. I will define it again. A slanted surface made by a plank of wood or metal sheet is called inclined plane. Okay, that was all about the inclined plane, and I have explained what are the examples of inclined plane also. Now we'll study what is screw. When you hear this word screw and screw nail, this is the example of screw. So if someone asks you what is the definition of a screw, you will define it like this way: a simple machine which consists of double inclined plane wrapped on its cylindrical surface is called screw. Screw, it is cylindrical in shape, but it has two inclined plane. One is thread like structure, another is plane. So these two inclined planes are wrapped on its cylindrical surface. So that is called screw. If someone asks you what is the definition of screw, you'll define it like this way. 1. A simple machine which consists of double inclined plane wrapped on its cylindrical surface. Okay, and example of screw are jack screw, which is used to lift the heavy vehicles, and another is screw nail. These are the example of screw. Okay, now we are about to end this chapter, and the topic is ways. When you hear ways, just remember the axe. You know, axe which we use to chop firewood. It has two ends. One is blunt, another is sharp. If you touch it, it can cut. It can make wound. So it has two ends. One is blunt, another is sharp. So now we will define what is ways. So a simple machine that has blunt head at one end and sharp edge at another edge is called wedge. Okay, I will define it again. A simple machine that has blunt head at one end and sharp edge at another end is called wedge. And what are the example of wedge? Is special and the clear example of wedge is axe, which has one end blunt and another end sharp. Okay, dear student, that was all about the simple machine. I hope you have understood what I taught today, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you will be notified as soon as I uploaded video on the YouTube. Thank you for today, and we'll meet again in the next video.